kill these people with big AoE. Like, it's very easy to execute, and I think that's what GX kind of need in the mid game. Whereas for SK now, with that Silas coming through,
have a forest time. It's not just Miro anymore. Let's go, GiantX. Just a classic objective for objective trade. You know them, you love them. League of Legends, baby.
That's why I thought they'd actually go for like a lane swap. At the 4.5 minute mark, we've seen a bunch of people just go, cool, I don't want to deal with this, but it does mean GiantX basically ends up in the crappy matchup in bot lane, so I don't think you can go for it as easy as Kadui now.
Kadui's got to be careful here. Flash in, knock up, well comboed, but Kadui holds on to everything, is able to get out. Isma not quite able to get the Q flash, it looks like. Now locked up, Kadui turning back. Initial damage good, shattering strike onto 2. They are wasting a lot of time here, and Reeker is on the way. This is his montage moment. Can he find it? Goes in, should at least just be 1 kill. Won't be able to get anything else. Jun trying to style his way out, but will give first blood over Kadui. Well played by SK. Noah now the next trouble. Q flash going in from Loopy. Reeker about to pick up this kill. That is an excellent start. 80 carry and mid lane getting those first 2.
A lot were like, you are in a weird position.
Still has ulti.
They're still going for it.
Loopy wants to go with one less person. They decided this is the optimal amount of people to perform a dive, and they might just be right. Lot still living for an extra second. The big one. Connecting and finding the kill. Well played by SK. It doesn't mean conceding the grubs, but Bukata wants to keep going. Kadui gonna try to maybe die to the minions. A shutdown going over. That is definitely not what they want. A quick cleanse out from Noah. He also has ulti if they want to keep the fight going. Now GiantX is TPing bot lane.
That could have gone a little bit smoother for SK. Like, they do get the kill. Those plates on that turret now, or at least 2 should be picked up, and now kind of evening out for that kill, which was also answered with a kill. So it's kind of the dragon for essentially 2.
Big for the feats. And as you highlighted, Bars finishing that first time before the Rumble definitely feels good. Was able to sneak it back in there to get it as Jun now tries to start the fight. Initial damage all going on to Bukata. Definitely not the ideal target. Counter engage in from Loopy. Excellent backstep coming in from Reeker, but whose ult is he going to take? It's the Alistair. Now for the next 5 or so seconds, he's going to be unkillable, but they've got more than enough CC to lock him up, and as tank as he is, he's still going to go down. Well fought by GX. Starts a little sloppy, but Lot is here just in time.
Great TP from Lot, a little bit too late, so it doesn't actually have it to deny a lot of that CC. Ends up getting knocked around, but bot side.
GiantX getting aggressive. Jun has to backstep to try to get away, but Jackie's just steps forward. GiantX nice flash to get away from the combo, but it's not enough. Oh, his reaction speeds are damn fast.
As well, and there's just not really the members. Actually, as I say that, they're starting to move now, but yeah, I don't know. Lot, I'm looking at the ultimate cooldown on this Rumble.
His career being in a position where that was how we would refer to him. There was another half of the career that wasn't amazing.
Yeah.
So
fair. That's, yeah.
But Lot is just...
It just makes things easier. Yep. You know, everyone agrees on that.
Patrick's a great name. Mr. Krabs.
Yeah. And then, unfortunately, someone's going to be called the Chumbuckus, and we just have to accept that.
Someone's going to be Sandy Cheeks. Such is life. All right, anyway, SK holding on to top side. Again, some praise definitely is deserved for Jackies, who weathered that initial storm despite how aggressive Reeker was playing in the lane and has now just become this massive threat. Does set up the Sun Disc.
Reeker to some of their more macro-focused plays.
Definitely that diligence paying off. Crasher will break mid tier 1. Love it when a Herald breaks open mid. So good for the GX composition as well. Makes it that much easier for Jun and Isma to play the map. SK grouping as 5, looking to find a way into this fight. They don't have bot lane pushing, but they might just go anyway. Loopy taking a massive chunk though. That may just be the end of the play. They have Crab. They're losing gold just to be here. This is the downside, but Bukata's going to try and start the fight. Is it enough to take them out? Nice push back onto the Azir, but in the end, Reeker just goes down. Bukata in the front line, but he's getting shredded. He's getting deleted. Noah's still alive. He's able to get off a decent ult channel, and now he's ready to take over the fight. It's Kadui and GiantX. Double 80 carries. Are they enough? Isma retreating. Lot should also just get taken down. Kadui and GiantX now just need to take down Noah. 2v1 Noah. Can he turn this? The answer is no. It's a triple coming through. First fights in those close exchanges. GX still powerful. And we might have a round 2 here. Reeker stepping up. Isma off to the side. Alistair ult going in. Jun taken down. Isma still stepping up. Jackie's here as well. SK just going to be able to grab the objective. Confidence, knowing they're stronger in the fight and they want to keep this going. They know that GX are split and they're looking to punish. Equalizer goes down. Lot caught up for a second. Just barely out of range for the stun. Bukata not work, but has to be careful not to get caught out by GX. Both teams seemingly content to ignore that mid wave for a moment, try to play for side lanes. Top wave completely neglect. Start fights. Look, man,
it's been a week.
It's been a week. Yeah. There's an ST at the start of that word, not an F, as it turns out, as Isma takes a massive chunk of damage before the fight really even starts, trading his health bars for Loopies, which isn't the best deal overall. Now flashing out, trying to recall. Reeker, flash in, push back. Again, Jackie's caught. He does not have a Seekers of his own. Kadui getting a quick kill. SK have found the weak link, and they're just continuing to target Jackies in these exchanges.
They do need to get this Atacon, though, because you've already invested Reeker's flash and a lot of that playmaking abilities. GX now wanting to try and contest this. Ult goes wide.
Ult does go completely wide, but Rumble has no ultimate. Isma on the way does have his ult, does have his smite. GX, do they believe in the 50-50? Because they're running out of options here. Reeker taking a decent chunk. Absconds backwards. Going to only have another second for the chain. Will not use it. Isma now going in on the mid laner instead. Reeker, though, managing to survive. Ticking, burning, but he will not be finished. All of GX now walking away. Voracious Otacon down for the side of SK. I'm not sure how much time is left on that cooldown, but it's going to make him a fighting menace. In the meantime, Bukata starts the Drake. And again, GX. Like, you can just see that SK are just quicker on the draw when it comes to punishing these decisions. Bukata already on the objective. Now they're going to get mid-push as well, and these little mistakes. SK would need to respond if they hadn't already started the objective. Blue trinket there, but I don't think they can get in fast enough. Isma trying to dash into the pen. He's not going to be able to flash, but he might be able to find a quick kill onto Loopy. Loopy now turning the fight, and he's still alive. Walking that one out, no, with a decent ultimate, but they already got what they came for. The Baron's already down now. GX need to kill everybody if they want to even this out. Reeker trying to buy space for Loopy. Loopy riding off into the sunset, getting the objective, will not get taken down. No waiting over the wall. Lot with some decent damage. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's Jack. He's got no flash, no ulti, and no TP, but he desperately wants to get this tier 2 down. It's only a cannon, however, so there's not much of a play here.
No, he will not be able to. Oh, I wasn't sure if he wanted to tank. I was like, that's not the idea. Just waiting for the next one, but still, SK get away with this. That got a little dicey, and also I thought Loopy was considering the re-engage there once they spot out committing multiple members to the bottom side as they spot Isma in rotation as well.
Ulti goes in from GiantX to start things off. Jun taxis forward, gets a decent Q down, but now the re-engage coming in from Loopy. Eyes on Noah, where's that ulti gonna go? Lot wants to follow up as well. Decent damage on, but they don't have any of the CC. Mistimed. GX on different pages, and now it's Reeker on the side, debating if he can go in. Bukata might drop, however. Stolen Rumble ulti to poke a little bit. Shut down to the side of Jackie's. Well, it started a bit awkwardly for GX. They are wasting time. They give up 2. But they're not going to lose much on the bottom lane. But the Drake.
It's the jungler that goes down. So now this becomes a little bit more dicey for SK if they want to go for it. But Jackie's the only real ultimate available for a potential fight. So will still be taken by SK. They're happy, sans jungler, to just continue going for that.
It's all these ultis coming together, but it's discordant. They're just not. They're not singing the same song here, Dagda, and it's combined with the gold deficit, combined with the soul now, it's only going to get harder. Because, look, Cloud is strong, but when your comp has an immobile 80 carry top laner against a Rumble, it's double strong. Isma now might be the one in trouble, is forced to flash the Q, the stolen by ultimate falling up, and he's going to die again. Devastating. Jun going to be locked up as well, forced to use the ulti. Push coming in the top lane, and GX getting choked out of the game now. Baron's not even there, but 2 minutes out, and SK full pressure here. Man advantage as well. It's just going to be the equalizer to clear the wave as GiantX tries to get a few cheeky autos in onto the tower.
Yeah, you don't really have the waves now for SK because mid was cleared out and top is still a little bit away. So GiantX can kind of fall back towards mid to cover and then rotate up as this top wave collects as well. So should be able to hold on long enough for Isma to come back, but they're going to have to very quickly take on a fight against SK as here comes the wave.
And I'm going to level with you. Oh, hold on. Ulti, nice little sliding and gliding there. Tier 2 is going to go down. This build from GiantX is an extended fight too. Can still just do so much damage. Even a little bit of AP goes a long way with the blight stacks. Isma may have caught Loopy. Solid combo and a quick pick. Lost in the sauce. Talking about SK, it's too hard to approach. They don't really want to use GiantX's TP, but it's something that might have to be respected. Isma waiting over the wall with Hibikata, but meanwhile, Reeker 1v1 against Jackie's, using the Alistar ultimate, buying a bit more time. Jackie's still chasing, though. That's a risky call. Flashing back behind the tower. Unbreakable Will about to fade, and Reeker so damn fast with that Cloud Soul. But now he's the odd man out. Equalizer from the sky. Reeker flashing over the wall. Chaos, but SK again getting mid-prio. Jun now the one who's caught out. He's got no fall. No one else on the team is here. Unbreakable Will is there, but that's a damn breakable cow as GiantX is taking them out on a walkabout. And I think in the meantime, SK might just go for the Baron.
Reeker's just off on his own solo mission.
So fast!
I mean, this is a scenic route of all scenic routes. He might look for Jackies. He can get Noah away, though. Can he get out?
For Noah.
He needed to get the hit off.
He needed the W. Can he? No, lost there. Okay, there's no way. Come on. He's dead. Sidestep. Dodges one. Dashes in. No, he's gone. No! Wait, okay, come. Bro. That was unnecessary. He could have held that Zhonya's.
What do you mean? That was the most necessary Zhonya's for stall points.
No, it's the best way to play their comp, and I think for SK, they know that they're stronger. Side lane's probably not an option with how powerful a lot of these picks are. Noah continuing to poke. GiantX does not do damage with Qs. Jun tanking the ulti from the Sejuani, not a bad start. Pushback is huge, though. Jackie's not quite able to get his ult off. Meanwhile, in the meantime, Reeker catching out Noah. Noah now retreating, but into SK territory. Excellent fall from the Sejuani. Pushback coming through. SK just dominating in the fight.
They rinse GiantX, and just like that, Dracos, you might have to eat your words. SK coming alive in the team fights, and
Classic
now
caster
they're
curse.
going to start working their way down mid.
Okay, round two. No, observers, this is the game. Oh, he TP'd out. No, he did not TP out.
No, he's a jungler.
He's a jungler.
He's dead.
He's dead. They're fist fighting? They're fist fighting. Yes, give me my picture-in-picture. The game is ending, but it does not matter. Can Isma do it better? No, the Silas is too strong. All right, that was short-lived. SK back to finishing the game. Weathered an early storm, even with GX getting a lead. SK pulled ahead, fought better in the fights, found more picks, out-executed in the mid-game, and found themselves a win. Game one in this series going to SK. Creative use of that Varus, damn well paying off.
The team fighting for me.
And that's enough magic damage to balance out the composition. Also, that percent damage buff from the ulti does not care about what type of damage is being dealt. So we have crazy, insane dive comp for the 4 bottom half of the map share.
Who are actually quite short-ranged for a ranged carry. Makes it a little bit of a different story, so you're able to put it relatively well as GiantX, keep him off the wave as Reeker.
Oh, there was a minion!
I mean,
Reeker did ult out anyway.
But I was going to say, like, you're burning flash there as Jackie's, but Reeker had that ult the whole time, and that was always going to go through charm or not, so I don't really think you had the pressure there, hoping to maybe burn the flash for a potential play from Isma mid, but I mean, look, I think it was always a reach.
Yeah, I mean, game one, there were some insane reaction moments, and there were some pretty lackluster ones, right? Like, Jackie's had that incredible flash to get away.
You don't really want to play team fights. This is a composition. Sure, you have the chance, right? Lot can be good. Oh, there we go.
Nice. Able to clip the edge of the ult. Reeker goes back, but gets taken down. Excellent engage, that's what we were looking for.
Yeah.
Jungle mid coordination.
It's mid lane now, so the wave has already crashed, and Jackie's having pushed on that top side. So they managed to set up the map nicely to be able to go for this. I'm looking at where Bukata wants to go because Dragon is in 20 seconds, but oh, okay, they're going to reset Lot on the bottom lane. TP needs to show to keep Kadui off the wave, but trying to keep pressure on towards Loopy here.
Doesn't ult the wave either, I guess. Wants to save it for a potential fight.
Isma's on a ward.
Caught out. Jun now going in. Bukata turning off the lights. Where's the follow-up going to go? Loopy, nice initial knock-up. Now the retreat coming in. Isma on the way, but it's a 3-man ult going in from Reeker and GiantX right on top. Nice combo to kick things off. A Hemo Plague taking down Jun. He's able to find a doctor in time. Lot now running. SK, good retreat, holding on to their health.
Team fight, Dragon, plates, and a wave advantage there. Like, that was a pretty sizable shift in gold there for SK.
Yeah, damn good. The extended fight.
GX in that position.
Yeah, definitely tough to navigate that fight. GiantX throwing down an early Hemo Plague just to make sure he gets some additional sustain. Pool fading away. An extra 200 health shouldn't be enough. Quick kill. Wallop goes through. Nice shutdown. The side lane pick working out well for GX. Downside in the meantime. Reeker just continuing to push.
They will end up losing a wave on top side here again as Reeker should be able to get this tower, but 2 flashes invested for the kill. I like, it's nice to be able to get something back, but unless you get tower, it's not worth.
Bukata going in, it's the mini-gnar. Crucially, the stun does manage to connect, slowing down Bukata for a moment. Isma should just be able to retreat. Good that Lot's able to escape, but still costs him the flash.
Yeah, Luke's fine here, but I think that without that tower going down, it's not really valuing trying to use mid lane push to open up Isma to play for side lanes, but at the moment, they haven't really been able to put too much damage onto structures.
And you can see that Reeker just seems generally unconcerned about Jackie's. Able to walk forward, push the wave, push the tower out. Jackie's without perfect information. Doesn't want to stray too far forward. His ulti's now up, so he can play a bit more aggressive. And yeah, you're right, SK does mean giving up the feet. I think that's the biggest loss here, but hold that thought. Isma, Jun going in. Lockup is there. Bukata holding onto the ult, maybe just hoping for a disengage as there is a TP behind. Kadui with the flash and the cleanse available will ult out using the cleanse as well, but holds onto the flash. Crucially, GX again.
I really don't like this Herald usage. I think you could have just gone for this play regardless with the amount of people that have been committed by SK to that Dragon. So you'll get the charge. I think you would have got this tower anyway. And the lack of a mid lane tower play from GiantX means it becomes so much more.
Happens on the way here. Setting Reeker on side. GiantX going through. Nocturne ult down. Loopy ready to kick the fight off. Eyes on Noah. They're going to try to find that pick. Loopy already finding it, and Noah's about to get deleted, but he manages to E out for a brief moment. It's Bukata who's taken down, but still, Reeker able to find a way into the fight. A nice initial start, and GX are turning it. Lot doing so much work, but again, Kadui, GiantX still standing. The carries of this SK lineup. It doesn't even matter what champions they're playing. It's the same thing that happened in game one. Kadui locked in for a second. Jun going in. The Grand Skyfall going in for Pantheon, but he doesn't block damage from all sides. It's Loopy who gets the kill. An absolute bloodbath happened in that fight, but SK sent GiantX over, spotted their angle, knew that if they found the flank, they'd be pretty favored, tried to break down. He's on top of Noah. There's just nothing he could do. He does hold on to his flash. Now, Charm Flash goes in for Jackie's. Clean on the play, instant shutdown. That's what you want to see when you lock this Ahri.
And that's the kind of play we're looking at for GiantX.
Overlay through mid. Top wave is pushing in their favor. Jackie's waiting off to the side. Jun channeling over the wall. Initial pick looking good to start things off. Bukata gonna get deleted, but he's now trying to find an escape into the waiting arms of Lot, who's able to finish the jungler. Now it might be SK who need to retreat. Noah untouched for now. Good damage down on the GiantX. Does he have the pool available? Healing coming in for the Crimson Rush. Tides of blood going out as well, but it's not enough. GX finding a good angle. Reeker trying to kick things off. Blast Cone to get out to safety, but they're being routed in the river. Loopy now running as well. Grand Starfall there. Jackie's with a charm to close it. GX, big moment of confidence, and SK take the bait. No one on GX was focusing the objective, but in the heat of the moment, steps too far forward. Jackie's again, some good charms, and team fight just crumbling. Ooh. But now, Kadui.
Wait a second. Wait, no!
Oh no! He's going in! They managed to get the Baron, but surely they're all dead. Kadui debating if he wants to go forward.
Cleanse is nearly up. He's waiting for the cleanse.
Kadui, highlight moment, flash Q. He wants to push it, but it might be GiantX to finish the job. E forward, that's the Aegis Assault. Noah trying to retreat. Should just be dead. Doesn't look like he has the E. It's a double kill. And even when things go right, they go wrong. GX, that's so much of the Baron lost.
It's only Lot and Jun, and it may be more. You've just lost mid-turret. Bukata is now pushing that down. SK are moving in on the top side as well. Like, sure, you got the Baron, but look at that Red Bull Baron power play. It's a fairly big
hit. Sight set on the Otacon will have the false life, very likely, as we get into Soul, because it might just be Jun who's been caught out. Ulti to try to separate the fight. Bukata now finishing the objective. Heads of use of the ult to try to stop them from getting in. Reeker, so damn tanky. Jun already down. Loopy! And now Kadui into the back line. Flash, the W flash as well. The cleanse, he wants to finish the kill. He's getting a little bit over eager, and he's going to withdraw. Okay, that was not it. But he had a lot of confidence.
There might be more. I don't know if it's over yet.
Dragon's still in 27 seconds. Reeker chasing Noah. Noah again, nowhere to go. GiantX will be able to walk away. This is such a weird game of League of Legends, and I am absolutely here for it.
I was going to say, this is fantastic. Reeker wanting to move on towards Lot. Jackie's trying to come out for the base, so you've still got 7 seconds until you have that Dragon up and available. Loopy won't be there, but you've got the majority of SK in position.
It's got to be enough.
Yeah,
your
Jackie's are moving away.
Have a smite. Every champion in this pit can heal through any damage the Hextech might do.
But perfect fight opportunity for GiantX there. Like, you're in a choke point as SK, trying to get into position.
Especially for Noah, who's already being focused and targeted at every single opportunity. Reeker on a side lane, though. Awkward position to recall to, but he might have enough damage just to finish Lot. Quick stun going out. Q3 ready to go for Reeker. Not quite able to find Lot. Lot just sidesteps, waits, knocks him back to the wall, and sends him packing. But meanwhile, in the mid lane, the lights have been turned off, and Kadui's diving straight into that back line. Noah taken down. Jun running as well. SK moving away. As in the meantime, GiantX just taking a bot lane tower. SK continuing to win out on these short trades.
And then you got the wave that's about to show up as well. The TP immediately back from Reeker. It's round 2 for SK, and I don't know if GiantX even have their gum shields in yet.
No, they don't. We'll see if the hook comes out, though. Isma trying to find an angle. GX still stepping forward. Might be SK who've overstayed. Jackie's finding the resets. Finding 2. Has one more dash to go out. Snapback comes in from Rika, but it might be Kadui's in trouble. Eyes on that charm. Where's it going to go? Jackie's hopping straight to melee, and the Zenith blade might not hit, but he walks away. Quick quadra for the R. He makes it look casual.
A second time now that Jackie's has stepped up for GiantX in this game when they desperately needed it to, and that's 40-second death timers. GiantX may have just turned this.
What? No, there's no way.
There's so many structures still in front of them.
There's a
I don't know.
They cleared this pretty quick. There's no way.
It's 20 seconds until GiantX one of the ultimate up and available, but
are they going to go for it?
They're just going to go for it.
Every coin flip they've taken this game has not worked out for them. It has been Jackie's in 2 instances that have found them a way back in this game. Do they just want to end it here? Loopy, multi-man charm, knocked back to the wall. Rakan deleted, enough of a wave. They're taking down the base. How much time did he actually buy? Bukata jumping into the backline, but he's not that strong. He's so far behind the curve. The fear is going down. GiantX going in. He wants to make the difference. Eyes on the Vladimir, but a well-timed charm. It's easy to follow. He can't even get back into the pool. He's desperate to do it. There's nothing left. Rika, you're going with it all. Rika wanting to turn in the time for the unit to go over. He's looking for double kill. Maybe by Q3 through.
The pool comes out, then goes forward, gets the charm onto the Vladimir, kills him. Moves forward, immediately gets 1 kill, then the triple kill there for himself. And even again, he's just waiting.
Lot on the side, perfectly stacked Narvar. Waiting in the darkness. Jackie's gets the pool, but that's his flash down. The fight now breaking up. Rika looking to start things. Instantly everyone diving in. Off to the side. Bukata finally finding and isolating the Ahri. Jackie's got nowhere to go. The fear still procced, and it's all falling apart for GX. One moment of hope. One victory in the fight. A beautiful play from Jackie's, but it's just too little too late in this fight. It's SK first on the trigger. Their aim sure and steady. They're going to look to end this one quick.
And just like that, GiantX are snuffed out. It looked like they might have been able to look for the fight, but GiantX cornering off Jackie's so Bukata can finish him off. And then the rest of SK, the immediate jump onto GiantX as they're trying to get towards their mid laner. SK barreling down mid.
All right, Lot. This is impossible. Is this your Michael Jordan moment? No, you are being bullied. Okay, GSK, 2-0 win. Game 1, a counter pick, a beautiful performance across the board. Game 2, it was German or any other language. You gotta be on the ball.
But also, the fact is top 6, it's so hype. Like that is, they are gonna be banger series regardless, and I think that's what I'm really looking for.
Also, who makes it is so up in the air. Like I have never felt less confident in who our top 6 is.
Yeah.
Top 3, starting to be established. Top 4, maybe. 5, 6, no clue. Could be anybody.
But I am very excited to see who actually ends up making there. And I mean, SK, it has been a couple of times they haven't. All right, well, look,
it's not from us. Ginny, Bukata, take it away.
I have absolutely no idea what you guys said because we have KC fans cheering for Bukata. That's really nice of you guys. How sweet. Hi, guys. I'm Ginny, standing by with Bukata from SK in the Merit Bonvoy post-game check-in. That was a great series. Clean 2-0. How are you feeling coming out of that?
Well, I'm really happy, obviously, because we're in a 2 best-of-3 lose streak, right? So the mood was not the best. And it's also a really important win, right, for the playoffs. So really happy right now.
Let's talk about the jungle dynamic, because you used to be on KC Blue, and then Isma went to KC Blue, but now Isma's on GX, and you're on SK, and you're going up against Lot. You guys were together on Team Go for the LFL. How was that for you emotionally, like having so many different ties to the roster that you're going up against?
Well, it just had a lot of fun, right, to the game. I'm really happy to play against them. It's 2 person I really like, so just even more enjoyable game, I would say.
Yeah, it makes it more enjoyable to actually beat your friends.
Yeah,
okay, well, good to know. In general, when we're looking at SK, you guys had a really good start to the split. Yeah. You know, you went up against Fnatic, you surprised a lot of people. It hasn't necessarily been as strong as convincing since then. Yeah. So for this game to be a win, how do you think that's going to impact the team dynamic?
Well, not sure yet, but as you said, we had a really good start. We won. I think we had terrible results back then in Scrim, so it gave us hope. Then we had those 2 losses that kind of break it. But I think this win, it will give us a lot of hope for the following matches, knowing that we can do it. We can actually make it to playoffs if we keep playing good, right? So yeah, expect it to be a good dynamic from now on.
I'm looking forward to it. So what do you then think was the difference between the SK we saw today and the SK we saw the last couple of weeks that didn't necessarily close out games?
I think it was mostly about being on the same page. Like when I look at the Fnatic games, we are really all connected. We knew how to play together. We are exactly on the same page. While those 2 last best of 3s, everyone was a bit making their own calls, doing his own thing. And obviously, in a team game like League, if you do this, it doesn't work, right? So I think it's mostly on that. And today we're aligning a bit better. I wouldn't say as good as the first game against Fatigue, but we're getting there slowly.
And how has it been for you, being able to have a little bit more time with the roster and get on the same page with everyone?
Yeah, I mean, definitely it helps about communication, how you view the game. So I guess it's getting better every week, yeah.
When you're looking at your teammates and the performance that we've seen from everyone, if there was one individual that you think has done a really good job throughout the series, who would that be?
I think I would give it to KGE today. I mean, the Nash ring, when he soaked the Ari into a kill, all of them was crazy. I think it's solo comebacks the game. So yeah, I would say today KGE. I think he played really
Just for
good.
that one play or for like the whole series?
No, he played
The whole
quite
series?
good for the whole series, right? But this play was quite good.
It was pretty
I'd say.
good. I would say like that kind of like allowed you guys to close out this game,
Yeah.
which almost wasn't the case because they did actually almost get to that Nexus.
Yeah.
How are you feeling in that moment when you're sitting there and you're like, oh my God, this game should have actually been
Yes.
won, but they're like knocking on our door?
Yeah, we're like, oh damn, did we just throw this game? No, we are looking at each other in a weird way. But thankfully, we managed to defend the game and end up winning. So that's all we remember, right?
Yeah,
We won this game.
that's a great to remember not to make the same mistake. But you know what's actually funny? You gave the player of the game to Kerui, and actually our key player of the series is going to be Kerui as well. So, you know, great one from you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your time. We're going to be heading over to a break, and then we're going to be back with the second series of today. We have Team Heretics going up against KC, so make sure you don't go anywhere because you definitely don't want to miss this one.